Yeah, let's give it up for Buri, please.
Did you know that under the California Penal Code 597, it is stated that every person who maliciously and intentionally maims, mutilates, tortures, or wounds a living animal, or maliciously and intentionally kills an animal, is guilty of a crime, punishable as a felony by imprisonment or by fine not more than $20,000 or by both. But yet, animal testing is legal where thousands of animals live in constant pain for our commodities. Men and women use cosmetics for hygienic and beautifying purposes. There is a standardized testing for regulations on cosmetics to see if they are safe to use. Millions of animals go through many different types of testing, whether it's inhaling, swallowing, rubbing some type of chemical on their bodies by force to see if it is safe for selling to the public. Animal testing is inhumane and it's cruel. According to the Humane Society International, an organization that advocates for the welfare of animals and their rights across the world, stated, today, 4 out of 5 countries, it is still legal to use rabbits and other animals in cruel toxicity tests of cosmetic products and their ingredients. In China, it's actually a legal requirement for many types of cosmetics. Recently, there was a scandal going around social media about a beauty brand that claimed to be cruelty-free, but was spotted selling its products in China, as you can see. This caught the attention of many across the media because it led us consumers to double think and question their integrity of a brand, since China requires by law that all cosmetics be tested on animals before they are sold. As an animal lover and a dog mom, I believe we should all be a voice for those who are vulnerable and support cruelty-free companies. The purpose of my speech is to show that animal testing for cosmetics is unethical and unnecessary, which is why by the end of my speech, we should all support cruelty-free companies. First, I will talk about the problems of animal testing for cosmetics. Then I will discuss the effects of animal testing. And finally, I will look at some solutions to end animal testing for cosmetics. I will start my speech about talking about the problems of animal testing. The problem with animal testing is the high demand on beauty products that we use daily without us thinking about where it came from and how it was tested to be sold. The demand of products that use animal testing are products like shampoo, toothpaste, makeup, lotions, perfumes, and nail polish. As you approach the next deodorant or the next mascara you're going to buy off the shelf, did you consider looking for a cruelty-free label? With the demand of the next great beauty product, animal testing continues to happen. According to the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, also known as PETA, an organization that focuses on the treatment of animals and their rights, state on their website, hundreds of thousands of animals are poisoned, blinded, and killed every year in archaic product tests for cosmetics, personal care products, household cleaning products, and even fruit juices. Although more than 1,700 companies have banned all tests, some corporations still force substances into animal stomachs and drip chemicals into rabbits' eyes. These tests are not required by law, and they often produce inaccurate or misleading results. Even if a product has blinded an animal, it can still be marketed to you. Although there is no law that requires animal testing on products in the US, many companies continue to do so because of the demand of the next and better beauty item. As consumers, we never seem to be satisfied with our current shampoos or makeup items that we are using. I just discussed the problems with animal testing for cosmetics. Next, I will discuss the effects of animal testing. Millions of animals go through all sorts of suffering by going through chemical testing for cosmetics. The Humane Society International estimates over 100,000 animals suffer and die for cosmetics yearly. Irreversible damage is caused when these tests are performed like skin and eye irritations, and also ingesting lethal doses or a series of repeated tests until the animal dies. internal bleeding, and swollen eyes. And pain relief is not always provided for these animals and are often almost always killed at the end of the test. In a personal interview, I asked my brother, Miguel Velasquez, a college student who volunteers daily at a local vet, I asked what his thoughts were on the beauty products and animal testing, and he stated, the beauty industry is so ugly and cruel. Companies that only care about the profits should go out of business by exposing what they do to these innocent animals. I have talked about the causes that animals go through by being tested on. Now I will talk about some solutions to end cruelty through testing for cosmetics. To help with the fight against animal testing for cosmetics is to be aware of the companies that are cruelty-free and supporting them, and by using other alternatives, such as vitro testing. Supporting brands that are cruelty-free will mean less demand for products on companies that still test on animals. Many of these companies have found ways to find alternatives, such as by going their products vegan. Also, another alternative is can be viral testing, which is done testing on tubes that scientists are able to separate bacteria and chemicals without hurting an animal. These tests show faster results, and they're cheaper to conduct and are ethically correct. According to author and philosopher who specializes in animal rights theories as a professor at North Carolina State University, Tom Regan wrote in his book, Empty Cages, when it comes to how humans exploit animals, recognition of their rights requires abolition, not reform. In conclusion, I talk about the possible solutions for animal testing. And finally, I talked about animal testing. And as a dog mom and animal lover, I hope I have made you consider your next purchase for looking for cruelty-free items, because no amount of makeup or beauty products are worth the amount of pain that these animals go through. And to close my speech, I will end it with a quote by Cesar Chavez. We know we cannot be kind to animals until we stop exploiting them.